Hello, everyone. I'm just going to give some thoughts as I just got this Exkizer. So, this is the alternate destiny, King Exkizer, which is a combination of Exkizer and the King Loader. Think kind of like Optimus Prime in his trailer. So that's what this is. I remember first seeing this as a prototype way back in like 2018. I don't know. I think it was just a garage kit though. I don't know how, or if maybe they had the person work for Bandai or whatever. But I'm glad that this finally came out. But it looks really, really good. But this is the box here. So I just want to take a look at that. And then that's the side. And that's the back. And that's the other side. So it looks really, really good. At least for a box, right? But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. This is a long time coming. So really excited to build this one. So we'll get into that. All right, so this is King Exkizer, and I must say, from just the looks of him, he looks amazing. It is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's not even close. I would actually go so far as to say this might be the best King Exkizer that I've ever seen. At least from a look standpoint. The articulation is solid. He has no problem doing the poses that he does in the show for the most part. So just from an aesthetic standpoint, he just looks really, really good. So let's take a look. That's him from the side. Stands well. All the metallic parts on him. Those came on the sprue. I didn't have to do any kind of detail work with this guy. I did not have to do any. This is just a straight build. And for me, that is very, very good. When they come really good out of the box, especially for it being a model kit as well, that can usually be kind of hard to do. So, but yeah, really all he needs is some touch-up painting. The build only took me maybe about 6 hours or so. It didn't really take me that long. Considering it is a little bit on the small side, I would say that's really the only knock against it, but it's not really a knock. It's just, you know, it is what it is. I would say it's probably about a 1/144 scale. So we'll do some size comparisons and see where that goes. Just to give it some size comparisons, these are also done by Bandai. This is Fire Dagwon here. This is Power Dagwon here. So they fit right in as far as the size is concerned. But to me, personally, the Exkizer takes the cake. It just simply, it's a better figure. It's a better model than the Dagawons, and actually the Fire Dagawon here is probably one of my favorite designs. So, but those two, the Dagawons, just weren't that fun to build to where they took a long time. They actually have a lot of stickers. The articulation is not very good, and like even like here, like there's actually that his arm pieces are not connected. So As much as I love Fiber, or not Fiber, but as much as I love Fire Dagwan, you know, to me the Exkizer is clearly the better option. So, but for a size comparison wise, he'll fit right in with these. Okay, and then just to give one more, this is actually the SRC, the Solar Super Robot Chogokin Genetic Gao Gaigar. So he is a little bit taller than the Exkizer, but actually he should be. Now, once the great Exkizer parts, once I get those, the Exkizer will be bigger. I'm almost certain that it will, based on the videos that I've seen, based on the pictures that I've seen, it will be bigger than this. But to me, personally, this, I really wish that Bandai had never stopped that Super Robot Chogokin line, because to me, this Exkizer would have been great for that. The only downsides of the Exkizer is simply just because it's a model. It's a little bit lighter. Just, it doesn't have the heft that the Super Robot Chogokin has. So that is, and that's not really a knock, because it is great for what it is. But model kits, they tend, especially over time, if you don't put coatings and stuff on them, the plastic can get a little brittle, to where that Genetic Gao Gaigar I've had for years, and it still is solid as it was the first day that I bought it. So those are your size comparisons there, and I've got one last one. Okay, and then for the last comparison, this is the Kotobukiya Great Exkizer on the right. That by far has always been my best Brave model / figure that I've ever owned. You know, outside of like the Sentinel stuff and, the really big Pose Plus Gao Gaigar. But as far as for this size, I've always liked the Kotobukiya one. However, seeing the King Exkizer for that Bandai did, to me, from an aesthetics, from a look standpoint, I actually like the King Exkizer better. To me, this is more of what he would look like if that Shoei came out in present day. The King Exkizer is just, it just looks, it looks incredible. That's the only thing I can really say about it. I'm just kind of awestruck how good it looks. It looks exactly how the prototype looked back in the day. And even though the Great Exkizer, as you see, the level of detail is a lot less, but he's actually more cartoon accurate. However, in 2022, considering that show came out in like 1990, I think, the King Exkizer is a great update to that. And I'll be very, very interested to see how he looks once I get the Dragon Kaiser parts for him. I did have that on pre-order. That was a P Bandai exclusive in Asia, to my knowledge. So it was never on the P Bandai site in America, and it's relatively on the expensive side. I think just for those parts, alone, it was over $100. So, but I would be very, very interested to see when those come out. Okay, so I mean, my final thoughts on this guy is he's amazing. I really don't have any complaints at all. I just kind of wished he was bigger. I wished that he would actually been a figure versus a model kit, because to me, this design deserves that. I know I didn't go through any of the articulations. That's not really my style for videos. There's plenty of videos that kind of go over the articulation part of it, but I am kind of a stickler when it comes to articulation and doing the poses and stuff that I really that I saw on the show. So for me, that's always been a very important factor for me when it comes to figures or models and stuff like that. And this guy does it. So I'm really, really impressed. with him, and I knew I was gonna like it from the beginning. So what I did was I actually got two instead of just one, even though they are the King Exkizer by himself wasn't actually that expensive. I would say maybe they're about $60 a piece. I would say the Dragon Kaiser parts, or the Dragon Kaiser or the Dragon Jet parts that transform this guy into Great Exkizer. Those parts cost more than both of these. So, and that was a P Bandai exclusive. So that actually makes more sense for me. But yeah, he's solid, man. I really don't have any complaints. I probably will do a photo shoot with this guy. I think he deserves it. But yeah, because there's supposed to be a Soul of Chogokin King Exkizer that's coming out, but to me personally, this kit already looks better than that. Even though that will probably give me the size that I actually want, but as far as from an aesthetic standpoint, this guy, I don't think there's anything beating him. So, those are pretty much my thoughts. Once the Dragon Jet parts come in for Exkizer, I will make an update to that. But yeah, I guess I should go over the parts and accessories that he comes with. So ultimately, he comes with this is actually the big size of the. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Okay, there we go. The Kaiser sword, and like I said, no detail work, but done by me. This was fresh out of the box. It looks better. He's actually this sword. This is the big version, so you can do the Abari pose. But as you can see, he's taller than Exkizer himself, and he also came with a smaller version of the sword. So that's this guy here. So so you can have that. And then he did come with some extra hands to grip the swords, and there's about 2 sets of those, and those are pretty good. But that's actually pretty much it as far as what he comes with. So, but yeah, my final thoughts overall, it's a 10 out of 10 to me. It's not even close compared to the other Brave kits that I had to build. The Great Exkizer maybe comes in the Kotobukiya one that I showed earlier. That may come in a second, but this one to me by far is my favorite. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So once the Dragon Jet parts come in, I will be ready to form him into Great Exkizer, but I'll always have a King Exkizer. So to me, there really isn't anything better than this guy for Exkizer. So, but anyway, all right, I think I've rambled on long enough. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Take care.